This team is one of the oldest in the country, is a founding member of the FA and has won an amazing 5 FA Cups, which is the 20th most in the country. Can you guess who it is? It's not Arsenal, City, United, Liverpool, or even anyone playing in the top 5 divisions of English football right now. It's a team you've probably never heard of before, and that's Wanderers FC. Formed as Forest FC in 1859 by the Alcock brothers James and Charles, the club played its first 6 years' worth of home games here on Leighton Flats, and its first competitive fixture was against the original Crystal Palace in 1862. The FA was also formed a year later by Forest FC and 11 other clubs. I reckon on a day like this, it would have been an incredible place to play football. We then crossed the River Thames and headed down to Battersea Park. However, shortly afterwards, the Alcock brothers had a falling out, leading to Charles establishing a breakaway club called Wanderers FC. Whilst John maintained Forest FC and continued to play games at Forest Place, Wanderers travelled across the area without a fixed stadium, hence the name. Games took place in areas such as Clapham Common, Middlesex Cricket Club and here at Battersea Park, and it looks like they're still playing football here to this day. Interestingly, the two teams actually faced each other in the 1864-65 season. Interestingly, also on this site in 1864, the first ever match of association football took place. The teams were made up of the best players in the country at the time, and the score was 2-0, both goals being scored by Charles Alcock. The match is nicely commemorated here by this plaque in the cricket pavilion. Next, we wandered over to the Oval. Eventually, however, Forest FC folded and it was time for the Wanderers to flourish. Throughout the 1870s, the club achieved significant success, winning 5 FA Cups. In the 1871-72 season, they won the first ever instalment of the competition here at the Kennington Oval, with fullback Morton Betts scoring the winning goal in a 1-0 victory over the Royal Engineers. Speaking of Betts, he earned himself a call-up to the England squad as a goalkeeper in 1877 to play Scotland. The Wanderers' dominance continued, winning their second successive FA Cup in 1873, this time beating Oxford University 2-0 after receiving an automatic bye to the final of the competition. The 1874-75 season wasn't as successful, though Wanderers did beat Farmingham a whopping 16-0 in the FA Cup first round. The Cup success quickly returned to the club, 3 subsequent FA Cup wins taking place in 1876, 77 and 78 against Old Etonians, Oxford Uni and Royal Engineers respectively, a feat only matched by Blackburn Rovers a decade later. A trip was then due back across the river and up to northwest London. Despite the hat-trick of trophies, the 1880s marked the beginning of the end for the Wanderers. Because the sport was growing more popular, more and more football teams were being established. Because of this, player recruitment was limited. This meant enough players weren't being signed, and because of this, in the 1880 FA Cup, the Wanderers were forced to withdraw because they weren't able to put together a squad of 11 players, and after that, they were reduced to playing just 1 match each Christmas against Harrow School. By 1887, the Wanderers were forced to fold, and that was the end of one of the most successful and historic clubs in all of English footballing history. Or was it? Finally, let's head back down to Crystal Palace. Over a century later, in 2009, Wanderers FC was revived by Mark Wilson, who ran a Sunday League team in Kennington. He was searching for a new name for the side and stumbled across the history of Wanderers, so contacted the great-granddaughter of Charles Alcock, who supported the idea of bringing back the team. So, the Sunday League club became Wanderers FC and took over the history of Wanderers. They still play regular games to this day here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre, which is mainly used for athletics. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you've learnt a thing or two about this forgotten football club. Will the new Wanderers replicate the old Wanderers' success and win the FA Cup one day? Who knows, maybe, maybe not, but I wish them the best of luck in trying so. If you did enjoy watching, please make sure to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.